Hey, it's Big Game James McCarty, the sports director at Flag Family Media. We're here now with one of the junior guards for the MSUM women's basketball team, Natalie Jens. Natalie, you've been with the program for a couple of years here now, and you've been able to kind of get a feel for what Coach Nelson and the squad like to do, Coach Swenson. What are you doing a little bit differently maybe as you come into a leadership role this season?
Yeah, definitely a new leadership position. Really just working with those young athletes coming in and building a relationship and then being able to help them. So teaching them the ins and outs, the things we do here, because you can't always just set an example when you don't have as many. So you have to set the example and you also have to teach it.
And with a young team this year, of course, two key pieces departing from last year's squad, Peyton Boom, Mariah McKeever. You're going to be able to square up against Mariah at some point this season as well. But what have you been able to take away from them the last 2 years to help you be a really big leader for this Dragon Women's Basketball Club?
Yes, well, they were great leaders for me. And they obviously were role models, but they just always did everything the right way, on and off the court. And if something wasn't how it was supposed to be, they would tell you, and that's holding you accountable. So that's one thing as a leader you have to do.
And coming into this season, if I have it correct, I think 5 actual freshmen coming in. You have a red shirt or 2 as well. So it's a very youth-filled squad, only 4 upperclassmen in total. What have you been doing preseason-wise, both you and a couple of the other leaders, to make them feel comfortable and kind of get into the flow of the college game?
For sure. A lot of things off the court, actually, just that team bonding. So hanging out as a team, a movie night, going to get dinner, and building those relationships, because that's kind of the foundation. And then obviously on the court, just getting to know how to play with one another, since we've never played together.
And try to piggyback off that just a little bit. Like you said, some of the bonding things. To begin the regular season, you travel a little bit. You know, having to go to Oklahoma, going to the state of Washington, going to British Columbia. I mean, you have to get your passport out at some point. How crucial are those going to be for bonding purposes and to be able to really learn what each other are like and build up that chemistry? Yeah,
no, those will be super crucial. You build a lot of relationships off the court, but also on the court. So we're talking basketball, what we need to do as a team. And obviously we're young, so there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, but working through that as a team is going to be key.
Last season, 14-13 overall. You were right at that 500 threshold. As we know, that game here at home against Concordia St. Paul ended the season in the conference tournament. What did you learn about yourself and your team through that's going to help you be successful this season and moving forward?
Well, that obviously wasn't how we wanted to end the season, so using that as fuel for the next season so that doesn't happen again, and we'll go further, and just excited for the season.
Some of the returners you have this year, I have to look down to make sure I pronounce everything correctly. Olivia Skibble, who I think was a junior last year, but technically a grad this year. The academic part I don't quite understand, but there's that. Taryn Johnson, and then of course you as well. What are the 3 of you kind of doing to not just lead this team, but on the court? What have you guys been able to do to improve your game and be successful?
I think a lot of that was done in the summer. We were here lifting, working out on our own, working together, and improving individual parts of our games, but also working together to improve as a group.
What would you say is going to be the most crucial or important part of this basketball squad to have a successful year and to build another step onto this building block that you've had in your 3 years now here?
I would just say staying positive and taking it one day at a time, because like I said, it's going to be ups and downs this year since we're a young team, but continuing just to get better every single day.
Awesome. Well, Natalie, I want to thank you for coming into your time today. We appreciate it. And our first game we'll be covering this year will be that Saturday, December 2nd against UMary. We're looking forward to that matchup. So good luck up until then, and we're looking forward to watching you play this season.
Thank you.
I'm Big Game James McCarty, the sports director at Flag Family Media. Have a great rest of your day.